So those that have been following this discussion are aware that we're creating a master facility plan and a committee to engage in that work, and we're describing that as reimagining, re-envisioning, and reinvesting in our community. And at our last meeting, we had a presentation by representatives of RSP, and we have Dr. Dave Stokes here with us this evening if there are questions that emerge, and he was here last time. And so you have a proposal in front of you to support the work of pulling together that master facility group and facilitating, providing data, et cetera, over the next 14 or so months to help us get to where we would like to be in terms of a facility master plan recommendation to the board. There was a nuance, this may be helpful. There was option 1 and option 2. In both cases, there's a large sort of overarching committee that meets 10 or 12 times. Then it's going to break into some subcommittees fairly early in the process. And the main difference between option 1 and option 2 is additional opportunities for the community to provide feedback on the process. And so we heard guidance from the board at this table at the last meeting that opportunities for additional feedback are preferred. So as a result of that, you have option 2 in front of you this evening for consideration rather than option 1. I gave you a couple other quick updates of where we are. So the board also gave us some guidance on the types of groups that we wanted to make sure were included in invitations for that committee. So 2-year degree, 4-year degree, trades program. I mean, there was kind of a list that emerged from that board meeting. So we sat down, went to the original committees that were from 2012 and 14. I hope I'm doing that right. I'm trying to get it. That must be about right. Looked at those, looked to see were there other groups that were missing based on guidance from the board, and then we also want to include district staff. So I would say tonight, this is a very rough number, but we have about 25 spots available on the committee for a variety of perspectives for internal staff, and we have more than enough volunteers for those, which is exciting. And then we thought the committee could be up to about 100 people total. And we have about 40 or so community members that have committed to that process to date. So we're at about 65 people. So we're actually have at our meeting on Wednesday, we're going to talk about the list and see if we need to do some follow-up calls and conversation to try to round out the group. But we're making good progress and excited about the conversation.
Terrific. Are there questions or comments of Dr. Buck or Dr. Stokes from RSP?
So, Dr. Buck, that's still open for other community members to kind of join or participate up until the 20th, is that right?
Yeah, so first meeting is 20th, so we would like to get that. The short answer is yes. Short answer is yes. But we would like people to honor being at the meetings, so we would like to have it in place before the 20th to make sure that they attend the meetings. So, yeah.
Well, I think the one thing that I think all of us noticed, it is a large time commitment for anybody that volunteers. So making sure that the volunteers on these committees can commit to that length of time. So, any other questions or comments?
One more thing. Our students, do we have any students that have expressed any interest?
I don't know that one off the top of my head. Do we have that? The answer is yes from our high schools. Yep.
Are they part of that 25 internal audience, or are they above and beyond the 25, do you think?
Oh, gosh, I don't recall which group they're part of.
I don't remember either.
It's above and beyond? That sounds, I mean, it sounds like there's some capacity there, so I think that's a great idea. Other questions or comments on this? Well, we appreciate all of the work, and I think that the board has been very happy that you're looking at, more more community participation, more opportunities for feedback in this process, and this will impact the district and the community for many, many years beyond some of us that may be on the board at that point. So, and some of us that serve in this district. So, thank you for
May
all
I
that.
just one more
yeah,
thing?
absolutely.
So just while I'm thinking of it, the board had given some guidance about communication related to this work. So right now there's a banner on our webpage. So if you go to the front page of the district website, one of the banners that's going across is related to Reimagine, Re-envision, and Reinvest. So if you want additional details about what's happening, you could click on that. It will take you to a page that gives you a description of the work and what we're intending. It gives you access to the video from the last board meeting where this was discussed. It gives you access to the handouts from the last board meeting that were associated with the comments at the board meeting. And what we intend to do then is, to the extent possible, each time this group meets, if there are publicly available documents, we will put the date of the meeting and then do a web link to whatever those documents are. So we recognize that this is a time commitment, but we also want the community to have the ability to stay up to date on the information that's being described. So it's up there on the site now. So that will continue to be available through this process so that there's an ongoing community conduit to the conversation. So.
Great, thank you, Dr. Buck. Anything else on that?
It
All right.
does require a voice vote.
Oh, a voice vote, of course, the vote. All right, so all of those in favor of approving the agreement with RSP Associates signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? The motion passes. Thank you so much.